Does absolute value affect how you solve inequalities? Have you ever wondered how absolute value changes the way we tackle inequalities? It's a great question that dives into the heart of algebra. Understanding this concept can really make a difference in how you approach problems. Let's break it down step by step. First, let's clarify what absolute value means. The absolute value of a number, represented as the vertical bars around it, shows how far that number is from 0 on the number line. For instance, the absolute value of 3 is 3, and the absolute value of -3 is also 3. This means that absolute values are always non-negative. Now, when you encounter an inequality that involves absolute value, like the absolute value of being less than a positive number, it changes the game. Instead of just looking at one side of the number line, you have to consider both sides. For example, if you have the inequality x, you are looking for all values of that are less than a distance of a from 0. This translates into a compound inequality. Negative is less than x, which is less than a. So how do you solve these absolute value inequalities? Here's a straightforward approach. If you have an inequality like xp, where p is a positive number, you can rewrite it as two inequalities. Negative p is less than x, and x is less than p. Then, you solve these two inequalities at the same time. On the flip side, if you have an inequality like xp, the approach is slightly different. You rewrite it as two separate inequalities. X is less than -p or x is greater than p. This indicates that the solution lies outside the interval between -p and p. Let's look at a practical example to illustrate this. Suppose you want to solve the inequality x plus 2, for you would first rewrite it as -4 is less than x plus 2, which is less than 4. Then, subtracting 2 from all parts gives you -6 is less than x, which is less than 2. Therefore, x can be any number between -6 and 2. Understanding how absolute value affects inequalities is essential because it teaches you to think about problems in a new way. It shows that absolute value creates two related inequalities, which is a fundamental concept in algebra. This skill will help you tackle more complex problems in the future. In summary, yes, absolute value does affect how you solve inequalities. It requires you to consider two cases for, less than, types, and a union of inequalities for greater than types. This understanding is key to accurately solving these types of problems in algebra.